Chapter 6. Shadows of the Swamp. The ocean, for all its new wonders and the comfort of Anya's presence, couldn't completely erase the terror Sony had endured. One night, as he drifted near Anya's resting form, cradled by a gentle current, the vast blue gave way to the murky green of his former home. He was back in the swamp, the air thick with the familiar scent of cypress and damp earth. The sun filtered through the canopy, dappling the water in comforting patterns. He felt a fleeting sense of peace, a deep, primal contentment. But then, the light shifted, darkening, and an unnatural silence fell. The cheerful chirping of birds vanished, the croaking of frogs ceased. A massive shadow fell over him, not the playful shadow of Anya, but something dark and angular. The water began to churn violently, and the familiar reeds were ripped from their moorings. A low, guttural growl vibrated through the water, followed by a sickening crunch. He saw it then, rising from the depths, its shark head leering, its octopus tentacles thrashing. The sharktopus. It wasn't just a distant threat anymore, it was upon him. One of its barbed tentacles lashed out, narrowly missing his snout. Another crushed a log nearby, sending splinters flying. Sony tried to move, to dive, to hide in the familiar reeds, but his limbs felt heavy, bogged down by an invisible force. He was trapped, frozen by a terror he hadn't felt since that day. The monster's eyes, cold and merciless, fixed on him, and he could feel the vibrations of its approach, closer, closer. He thrashed, trying to escape the inevitable, the crushing embrace of its tentacles, the tearing bite of its jaws. Sony awoke with a violent start, his body jerking, his jaws snapping at the empty water. His heart hammered against his ribs, a frantic drum in the silent ocean. The vast, endless blue was around him, the gentle sway of the current a stark contrast to the violent thrashing of his dream. Anya's massive eye, usually serene, was open and fixed on him. "Sony? Are you all right, little one?" Her voice was soft, concerned. He took a few shuddering breaths, the phantom pain of the sharktopus's grip lingering. The swamp, he rasped, it was there. It was everywhere. Anya nudged him gently. "A nightmare, Sony. Just a bad dream. You're safe now. You're here, with me, in the ocean." Her calm presence slowly began to soothe his rattled nerves. The sun was just beginning to paint the horizon in soft hues, promising a new day. But even in the comforting light, the memory of the sharktopus and the feeling of helplessness in his own home gnawed at him. He was safe, yes, but the shadow of the invasion still clung to him, a stark reminder of what he had lost. Will Sony be able to overcome the trauma of the invasion, or will it continue to haunt him?